Good afternoon. It is now 6:30, and we're going to start the August 16th Lincoln County Planning Commission meeting. I'm going to read a deal here. Forgot my glasses, so it's all fuzzy. It'll be all right. I'm good.
You got it.
Other side. Yep, no, here we go. I got her. You want to read?
No, I was
Oh.
just asking if you want me to read it to you so you can read it.
All right.
Trick would have been, sure, go ahead and read it, but do it into the mic.
Good call. I'll remember that for next week. All right. As a reminder, this meeting is being recorded. The order of events tonight shall be as follows. For each public hearing, staff will introduce an agenda item and present a summary of the staff report. A modification on that one. The applicant then be asked to talk about the proposal in further detail and answer any questions from the planning commission members. I will then open the floor to public comment, first for persons in support of the application, and then for persons in opposition of the application. When you step up to the podium, please state your name, address, and speak clearly into the microphone. Speakers are encouraged to only address new and relevant information pertaining to the item. Above all, please be cordial to all meeting participants and refrain from side conversations and speaking out of turn. Direct all comments and questions up to the board, and then we'll address them as they come through. And we could be asked to leave if it gets rowdy. All right, you guys don't look too rowdy. We think we'll be all right. Lastly, conditions on conditional use permits can be appealed to the County Board of Commissioners and the City Council. That's not applying to this one, by submitting a letter to the County Planning and Zoning Office within 5 days. All right, with that, we'll start with a call to order. All right, Commissioner Hogan.
Here.
Commissioner Johnson's not here. Commissioner Instead.
Here.
Commissioner Scott.
Here.
Commissioner Poppins.
Here.
And Commissioner Jungling is here. All right, with that, we'll look for approval of the last month's meeting minutes. I assume the commissioners have had the chance to look at it. Do you guys see any changes or adjustments that need to be made? Seeing none, I think we'll call roll to approve. Commissioner Hogan?
You would like a motion?
Oh, we gotta do that, yep.
I'll make a motion to approve, Scott.
I get
I'll
excited.
second that.
Sorry, I get
for these
excited about
Mondays.
all this. All right, we have motion and second. Any discussion? Seeing none. Commissioner Hogan,
Yes.
Commissioner Instead,
Yes.
Commissioner Scott,
Yes.
Commissioner Poppins?
Yes.
And Commissioner Jungling is a yes. All right, next we have the approval of the meeting agenda. On that, I would like to strike number 1 of old business and number 1 of the new public hearings. Any other discussion or comments?
With those two changes, I'd make a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll second Hogan.
All right, we have a motion and second. Further discussion? Seeing none, I will do roll call for the meeting minutes with the adjustment of taking out old business number 1 and public hearing number 1. Commissioner Hogan,
Yes.
Commissioner Instead,
Yes.
Commissioner Scott,
Yes.
Commissioner Poppins,
Yes.
and Commissioner Jungling is a yes. All right, at this time, I'll ask the public for any input on items that are not on the agenda. So anything that come up in the county that you'd like to discuss and talk through, please come up and talk through it. Okay, seeing none, we are going to move on to the new public hearings. So tonight, our Mr. Brown is not with us for a staff report. So I'll read the agenda items, and then I'll ask the applicant to come forward and talk about their application in detail. And then we'll go through the normal process like that. So we have number 2, application, a conditional use permit to allow a public utility facility. Yeah, track 1, Peters Edition. And with that, I'll ask the applicant to come forward and speak.
Good evening. My name is Paul Vandenberg, and this is Andy Holscher with Alliance Communications. And our application is to put a fiber hut at that location as we are looking to expand our fiber optic network to provide high-speed quality internet service to the rural areas of Lincoln County. To do that, we need the fiber hut at a very strategic location, as fiber will terminate from there and go to every single home and business that wants to get our internet service. So when we looked at the area spread out, that was a very good location. Mr. Peters was willing to sell the land to us. We've already have that in process. So now going through the application process of getting this approved. It's a very high overview. I don't know if you have any specific questions for us that we can help answer, that Andy could help answer for network-wise.
Thank you, Paul. Commissioners, do you have any questions for the applicant? All right,
I do have a question.
oh, yes, Mr.
I
Bob.
might, give me a question.
Go ahead.
No,
No,
go
I
ahead.
yield, I yield.
No, you go ahead and I'm gonna think a
I'm
little
just
bit.
clarifying from this image, where's the access to it?
Yes.
Yes, there's an existing driveway that's in place for the landowner that's selling us a property, and said we could use the existing drive. So you see where the 50 by 140 lot is? If you just go to the east, to the very end of there where it shows that dotted line is where that would be. I can. As you're looking at it to the right, there's an existing driveway there that's already in place.
So,
This is to the east of the driveway, you said?
Oops, I can go back
yeah,
up there.
you can put it under your thing, under the camera and then point to it.
Oh, sorry, where I had it.
So right there,
Oh, right there.
maybe, place tag.
There we go.
There you go.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's about right there, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, right where I my pen there, that dot. There's an existing driveway that's already there. Our access into there was very seldom, once a month for doing routine maintenance, so we're there very little. So that existing driveway is great plenty for us. It'll just be going with the standard pickup, nothing large equipment either.
And correct, forgive me, is this just east of the existing taxidermy facility? Am I
Correct.
in-
That's on the corner, isn't it, I believe?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm somewhat familiar with this property. The area in which you show very to the east of the slash line, is that a adjacent property there?
Yeah, the slash line is actually, and then Mr.
The-
Peters had given
The
us
15
access.
feet, that's what I'm referring to. Okay,
15 feet, yep.
on the very right side there.
On this side?
Yes, that 15
Oh.
feet you reference. That is a different property owner.
Correct, I think Richard owns that.
Has
Could
that been
be.
addressed?
It could be. I think Richard is part of that. I think it's a common driveway for
I-
all of that property.
Yeah, I'm somewhat familiar with it. I'm not sure that's been recorded as of yet that way, so I think that would just need to be clarified,
Correct.
Okay,
so.
Yep, I think they said they would do that with the highway department, said if we get this approval, we'd go forward with that.
Yeah, highway won't, it'll be with the property owner to get that easement, and that, both properties are looking at developing.
Correct.
And so to get their final plats, they're gonna have to record that. So I think you'd have to have that adjacent property owners, which is, I don't know if it's LLC or investment group right now, but have to get that clarified. Jen, you understand what I'm talking about? Thank you.
I think you guys probably just answered it, but for my little mind, so do you have, is this easement in place already?
No, that'll be with,
Or- or-
it's part of the purchase agreement, the easement.
Oh, it is, okay.
Correct. Yep. So Mr. Peters has already approved that by signing. the
He's
purchase
approved the easement, you guys just need to get the driveway deal worked out.
Correct.
Okay.
And just in terms of internet usage, you're probably aware, we have been contacted by many people in this area for probably 2 to 5 years, asking us to come to this area. So it really will bring a much-needed utility service. So we've been in business for 60 years, so this makes a good area for us as well.
Okay, thank you very much. Any other questions from the commissioners for the applicant? Okay, with that, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, next, I would like anyone to come forward who'd like to speak in favor of the application. Please come forward.
My name is Jay DeBoer, and I have property west of this facility across the road, and we've been waiting for a good system to come into the area. It's been hard to try to get any internet out there at all, so good to see it coming if we get it to go.
Thank you, Jay. All right, is there anybody else in favor of the application? Okay, seeing none, I will ask anybody in opposition of the application to come forward. All right, seeing none, I will close the floor to public comment, and I'll ask a motion from the commissioner so we can discuss.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion amongst the commissioners? Are we worried about the driveway access? We want to get that figured out ahead of time, or?
They'll have to get that figured out when both of those parcels look at doing their plans, but it's based on that easement. If that easement doesn't exist, they don't have access.
All right, any further discussion? Seeing none, I will do roll call. Commissioner Hogan,
Yes.
Commissioner Ensted,
Yes.
Commissioner Scott,
Yes.
Commissioner Poppins.
Yes.
And Commissioner Jungling is also a yes. Thank you for your service, and I'm sure your neighbors are going to be really like to have connections. All right, next is a conditional use permit to transfer one housing eligibility to another area. I'd like to ask the commissioner that's us, the applicant to come forward and talk about what they'd like to do.
By the way, I am a commissioner in Turner County.
Okay.
Thank you. My name is Tony Champ. I'm here to represent Wig Family Farms, which is my uncle. A couple years ago, he sold this property on the Highway 18 project for them to get some sand and stuff out of there for that project, and now he is. We have bought the 3 acres back and need a building eligibility for that 3 acres, so we did a quick claim deed back to Wig Family Farms, and now what we need to do is transfer that eligibility to that parcel.
Thank you. Commissioners, do you have any questions?
Yeah, have you, so the access here, I'm assuming that's the only access in, not only for the housing eligibility, but will also be the same access for the farmland behind it?
Yes, it will. It has an easement, a standing easement there.
Okay. Has this been, have you guys already replatted this
We have.
for housing eligibility?
Right. We platted it when I bought it back from the company in Iowa, the 3 acres. And then we went through the process of quit claiming it back to Wig Family Farms so he could then do the transfer of the eligibility to that. But all the land has been plotted out
Okay.
into 2 separate parcels.
All right, commissioners, any additional questions? All right, seeing none. Thank you, Tony. Appreciate your
bet.
time. We'll look for public input, and we'll do a vote.
Thank you.
Okay, at this time, I would ask anybody in favor of the applicant to come forward and. All right, seeing none. Anyone in opposition of the application? Seeing none, I'll close the floor to public comment, and I will ask the commission for a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion, commissioners?
I guess I'm just a little concerned with the access, sharing that, even though there's an easement there. Might be fine with the people right now. I just looked down the road, as you have a family living there and you got farm ground behind it and we're going in and out and this and that. Just maybe something that, concerns me a little bit, and knowing that it's on Highway 18, I don't know that we can, that's probably all the access we're gonna get. So, that's my concern. I do like the fact that they took the time to get it replatted, because we do have some issues in Lincoln County where we're selling building eligibilities before we replat them. And, so I do like that fact that they took that upon themselves to do it.
Okay, any other further discussion? All right, seeing none, I will ask for, I'll do roll call. Commissioner Scott?
Yes.
Commissioner Poppins?
Yes.
Commissioner Hogan?
Yes.
Commissioner Ensted?
Yes.
And Commissioner Jungling is a yes.
I'll abstain.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, that's what I figured. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner.
All right, next item up. Conditional use permit for total accessory building area in excess of 1,500 square foot. I will ask the applicant to come forward and discuss their proposal.
Good evening. I'm Michael Sismowski. I live at 47357 271st Street in Sioux Falls. And yeah, I'm requesting an conditional use to build a building over 1,500 square feet on my property on the southwest or southeast corner of the property.
All right, what would you like to do with the building?
Actually, the building's going to be used for a business. So last year in September, I applied for the conditional use permit for the home occupation piece of this. So that's where I've got a specialty cheese business that I used to run in Sioux Falls, and now I'm just going to use the building for a cut and wrap area on the back half, and then the front half will be for just garage space, extra garage space basically. So I'll have coolers and a commercial licensed kitchen in the back area. So that'll be the primary use for the building, but then the extra garage space in the front for a delivery vehicle and storage. So.
Okay, thank you, Michael. Commissioners, do you have any questions for Michael?
Will you have any customers coming and going out of there?
No, nope. It's going to be purely workspace storage for cold storage for the products and just a workspace to deliver outside. So I'll make sure I have a pickup point if anybody wants some cheese or anything like that. So.
Any other employees going to be coming and going?
Nope, it's primarily a family business. We'll maybe have one person out there every so often if we need an extra hand for an event or something, but otherwise it'll primarily be myself, so.
Okay.
Try and keep
Odor,
it small.
odors or smells or disturbances, noise.
Nope, shouldn't have anything like that. I mean, unless I leave a block of Swiss or a Gruyere outside the garage or
No
something. that gets
ventilation
kinda
to the
stinky.
outside.
No, it won't be.
Nothing like
Won't be vented out or anything, so, yeah. Pretty easy. Not even a hood or anything will be in there for cooking space or anything. It'll just be a pretty basic kitchen, so.
All right, right, commissioners, any other questions? I'm very familiar with the property.
Okay,
I
okay.
Used to own it a couple of years ago.
I was wondering if I recognize that name.
So I know when you applied for your conditional use permit
Yeah,
for home occupancy, you were talking about just delivery back and forth. I don't remember anything about a kitchen and coolers, and
oh,
a concern of mine is I know how busy that highway gets, and we have a lot of deliveries going in and out all the time now. I mean, it sounds, I don't know
Sure.
how many deliveries it will be, but I assume it'll be more than one a day.
no, it won't be more than that, because I actually go out and pick up the product myself most of the time. So, yeah, I think I remember talking to you about that last year when we were doing this meeting for the home occupancy. And, yeah, I understand the speed of the highway could be, I don't want to slow anything down when the truck pulls up or anything, but I have had a couple of delivery trucks that have pulled into the driveway. I made sure they do that because I don't want them parking out on the highway to slow traffic down, and for their safety too, because
Right?
that's, yeah, it's busy, especially during the evenings, so.
Do you plan on any expansion in the future? You know, maybe adding more coolers and more employees, again, because of
No,
the
if
location?
if that happens, then we'll move it off to a commercial space, because this is kind of a stepping stone for the business to kind of get it back going again, and then if it takes off, then we'll move out off site, so that way we're not trying to retrofit it into that smaller spots, so.
Okay.
Because the space gets tight pretty quick, so.
All right. Commissioners, do you have any other questions for the applicant? Seeing none. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you.
All right, at this time, I would like to ask anyone in favor of the application to come forward. Seeing none. Anyone in opposition of the application, please come forward. Okay, seeing none, I will close the floor to public comment, and I'll ask a motion from the commission so we can discuss.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion, commissioners? With, is there conditions in this one? Yeah, with the
With
conditions?
the conditions, excuse me, yes.
All right, any discussion? All right, hearing none, I'll do a roll call. Commissioner Scott?
Yes.
Commissioner, I don't have my sheet, sorry.
Johnson, yes.
Johnson, sorry, I apologize. Commissioner Poppins?
I have reservations, but I will say yes on this.
Commissioner Hogan?
Yes.
Commissioner Ensted?
Yes.
Good luck.
Yep, I have the same reservations, but good luck, I vote yes. All right, with that, we've gone through all the applications. Where we at next, is it?
That's it.
The paper's all mixed up.
New business.
Any new business to discuss? All right, here none. I guess we go for adjournment.
Mr. Chairman, I offer a motion to adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Commissioner Scott?
Yes.
And Commissioner Anderson?
Yes.
Johnson?
Commissioner Johnson? Terrible
Vote
at
no
this
because
mean
I just
stuff.
got here. No, yes, I'll vote yes.
Mark likes to.
Commissioner Poppins?
Yes.
Commissioner Hogan?
Yes.
Commissioner Jongling's a yes. Thank you very much, everyone.